I'm here like, bro, Afro's gonna be pulling the biggest April Fool's joke ever on me. Yeah. What? April 1st? Sure. Sign me up. Psych. Yo, all today I'm here like, please don't let this be the only fucking April Fool's joke that really gets me, dog. But we are here live and direct, man, with the homie. All flows reaches out. Shh. Let me hit the brakes. We do this a special way, brother. Welcome to WVCC Scythe Life Radio. We got 3 rules for all our guests: who you is, where you from, and what you rep. Word, player.
Word up. So my name's Afro. I'm born in California, born in Gardena, California. Yeah, man, and grew up my whole life around here. Um, you know, and yeah, that's about it. I'm pretty simple,
Uh, a man of few words, but fucking mad freaking multis, dog. Yo, Afro, thank you so very much for freaking linking up with this, man. We're a
No
small
problem.
we're a small humble unit out of South Florida. We play you fucking weekly, twice a week, man. To have you here, honestly, is bucket list, a dream come true.
No problem, brother. I appreciate it.
Got a whole list of shit. Try to get prepared for the interview. Just so you know, man, I'm gonna be seeing you out here May 15th. Got my VIP tickets. We're going out there, squatted up from Miami to West Palm. It's like a 2-hour drive. We're going out there, fucking a load of us, man. We can't wait to see you fucking rocking live. How is it to be back out on the? How is it to be back out on the road again? Have you guys already been touring, or are you guys getting ready for that?
Nah. I start touring May like that month. Like I haven't done a show in like a year and a half. So
And how's that been, man? Because I know you guys are fucking were fucking veterans, fucking live show fucking vets. Do you dream about that shit? Do you fucking wake up in the middle of the night? Fuck, gotta remember my verses.
no, well the thing is, if you haven't done shows in a good amount of time, you're gonna get rusty, So it's all about sharpening the sword again and just tapping back into that. So, it's a couple steps, but it should be fun.
But we can't wait to see you, man. When I found out that you were on the tour, I fucking nearly lost my head. I'm like, shit, this shit just fucking got even better. Just so you know, fucking we don't fuck around. Hold on, my camera is has the background going right now, but this right here was album of the year for 2020. Dog. Fuck it.
Dope,
Yo,
dope.
Ari the Rugged Man, the video you did with Ari for fucking fantastic work. I heard you guys fucking did that shit in just one day with a bunch of shit fucking from what, like a thrift store or something? How'd that shit go down,
Yeah.
man?
Yep, pretty much exactly how you said it. It was nothing too crazy, but just we happened to find like robot suits in like thrift stores, and we are like perfect. So that was it.
How hot was that shit, man? That was fucking dead of summer, dog.
I don't I don't remember it being that hot. I'm used to LA, man. LA, like California, like you want to talk hot. The hottest that I've ever seen it here was like 120, 115,
Fuck,
so
B. We from
yeah. But it's not regularly 100, but like the past few days, it's been like 90, 95, 93. So
That's a
like
fucking
I'm used to it.
bitch. Oh, I mean, we're from Miami, man, and it gets hot down here. The humidity we deal with and shit, it's choking and shit. But fucking 120-degree heat, dog. That's the fucking
Yeah.
fallout, dog.
It's once in a while though. I think the people who usually get it the most were like before the ice storms were like Texas, like before it used to
Yeah.
be really hot, like it'd be like humid and pretty sticky. Yeah.
Yeah, you remember that year that fucking tires were melting on the street and shit? Fucking it was so hot in Texas. That shit was crazy. And then fucking a couple of years later, and the whole motherfucking place is white. Could you imagine the whole state of Texas being snowed over for a week, bro? Dog,
That's crazy.
that's crazy, dog. The years, the times that we're living in, we could fucking actually say that. Yeah, I fucking saw Texas completely blanketed in snow, man. Uh, let's go back a little bit into your history, man, because you're young with it. Today I was working on your little write up that I do, and my son was there like, "Oh, Dad, how old is he?" And being 20 and shit, and I'm like, "Looks young, right?" He's like, "Yo, he looks like my age." So I'm like, "Yeah, man, he's been freaking doing it since fucking he was a teenager, man. He's fucking mad young with it." I'm not gonna ask you how young you are now, but uh, rumor has it, freaking, you were touring with Ra the Rugged Man at 16,
No, early 17.
early 17. Dog, my business partner Charlie Fast asked him, "Yo, any questions you want me to ask freaking Ra?" And he's like, I mean Afro, and he's like, "Yo, just please ask him for me. How is it that his mom let him go on tour with Ra the Rugged Man at fucking 16 or 17, dog? I wouldn't go on tour and I'm a grown ass man, dog. That motherfucker's crazy. How was that fucking presenting that to your mom? Yo, I'm breaking out with this
My mom,
madman.
my mom's cool. My mom's cool as hell. My mom's like one of the coolest people ever. She's supportive. She saw that how much I loved RA, and she was like, "Oh, RA's doing something. He seems to be like doing well for himself." So she was like, "Hey, I don't see why not. If that's what you want to do." My mom's cool as hell. I didn't have any drama or anything too crazy like while that was going on. It was, I mean, like, like, fuck, I'm blanking out. Uh, yeah, my mom wasn't tripping. She was like,
Right.
cool.
How was the whole upbringing with music in your home, man? Or is family have a musical background and stuff? How did they take for it when you started writing?
Kind of like when I was like, I'm gonna say 6, 5, 7 years old. My mom and my pops, they had like Biggie, Nas, Tupac CDs laying around, like the regulars, and they had that laying around, and I was like, this is dope. Like I wouldn't know what they were saying, but like I'd hear the melodies and the beats and shit, and the rhymes, like their voices. I'm like, this is dope. But I found like my love of hip hop a little later by myself, like kind of a little by myself, like researching it. But like a little couple homies like who put me on some stuff, but like
What was
for the
that first?
most part, research.
What was that first
You
shit that
said what?
caught you?
I say it a couple to Rock Him Microphone Fiend. I was 9. I was like 9 years old. I was like, I want to do that.
Heard? And what? I mean, you at your age, 9 years old, listening to Microphone Fiend, it was out already for a while. Was that your pop showing that to you, or
No,
where did you
I
hear that?
researched. I researched it myself. I was on YouTube and recommended videos. Microphone Fiend popped up. I was like, what is this? And I clicked on it, and I was like, yo, this is crazy.
God Rock Camp, YouTube, first time fucking dog. Anytime you hear that man fucking stringing words together, voice, what you're a master of styles, man. And there's people that master styles, but you seem to have fun pushing the envelope. Okay, people have done fast style, people have done the tongue style. See if I could do that shit where normal people would drop out of air and fucking pass out. I'm gonna do it past that. What gave you? What was the first styles that you heard that you were there like, yeah, that's the av that I want to take. That's the lane I want to take. And what pushes you to want to freaking take it past what?
Um, I can name 3 people that I heard where I was like, yo, this is crazy. I was studying them. Chip Fu from the Foo Schnickens.
Chip food doesn't get enough
Uh,
love, man.
Twister before he was Twister. Tongue Twister. If you look up Twister went by Tongue Twister back in 91, 90, 1990, something like that. And that shit was crazy. His album was called Running Off at the Mouth. And that album was really like influential to me too with the fast spitting. And those two and Tone Deaf. Tone Deaf is slept on. He's a slept on MC. But Tone Deaf is like he's like a robot. He's a beast. Like he's like I remember being 12, 13, listening to him and being like, this dude's fucking crazy. So like
Tone
check
deaf.
him. I tell people to check him out too. Tone Deaf. That dude's fucking crazy.
I gotta
So
check.
those 3 were my major. Oh, and Buster too. Buster, yeah, so a lot of Buster. Give me some more. Give me some more.
Yeah,
I
man.
was I was I had that song on repeat a lot. To give me some more and to break your neck. Like those were big at the time when I was like in elementary or middle school. But that was my shit too. It was like, damn, that's just crazy. So I was studying that a lot. I was studying those 4 mainly.
And were you trying to freaking rap them bar for bar and freaking and keep up with them to fucking sharpen those cadences and
I
stuff?
I
Because
didn't overthink it like that. I didn't overthink it. I just let it take me where like it's a certain rhythm, it's a certain like thing I tap into where it's like obviously I try to be the best MC I can, like that's hip hop, like competition, but I don't overthink it in that sense. I just do what I do. I stay in my lane. I'm influenced by I'm influenced by like the Chip Foos and Busters and Twisters, but like I do my best to stay in my lane too, and capture my own identity too while I'm at it, like my own identity.
Definitely.
So
No, well, that goes without saying, and that's what I wanted to give you props for. Fucking fuck anybody, damn anybody, whoever says that he's trying to do that so and so style, that so and so. Once again, you're a man who's fucking mastered the style and said, yo, I could do it nastier.
and I don't mind it when people are like, oh, he sounds like Chubb or some Chubb Rock. I'm like, cool, because I'm a big fan of Chubb. Like he's an influence on me. So I'm like, cool, no problem. Just as long as you don't say it in like a oh, he's biting
Fighting
type
for
of shit.
sure.
It's like, yo, and not you, just like anybody in
No,
general,
no,
it's
definitely.
like yeah, yeah, yeah,
No, but
yeah.
but you go above and beyond to also give credit to the pioneers that influenced you, to give props to those that came before you, and you show that you've done your research, came up in this school, man. The fact that you said, yeah, I did my research on YouTube. Shit, when we were doing research, we were there like, yo, who's got this tape from back in the day? Yo, who's got this CD? Call
Yep.
a cousin up and shit, right? But the fact that you were going there, and I wish nowadays more kids would fucking go and find Rakim, go and find Kane, go and find fucking Chub Rock or freaking or Chip Fu, man. I was saying when you were saying fucking Chip Fu, when people start talking about, oh, what are the old school groups you grew up on that are obscure and shit. Dog, Fushnikins don't get enough love, man. What Chip Fu would do on those
I
albums,
agree.
it's fucking
I agree.
fantastic.
I agree. 100%.
I've seen you on a couple of morning shows and live, like the Tony Touch freaking interview that you did, um,
Yep.
and your freestyles, brother. That's where it boggles me. Have that fucking, and it's what you say. This just comes naturally. And can when did you find out that, dog, young age, that you could get into that zone and fucking the words will come at you at that rate? Because you not only fucking do the fast style, but where people use filler words to do the fast style, you don't use filler words, man. All your words are fucking potent. You got the punchlines there. You're using fucking substance in the fast rhyming, man. When did you fucking say, yeah, I'm in the matrix? Was it that you figured
Well,
that?
with the freestyling came around like 11 or 12 years old, and the writing came around like 10 or 11, like kind of around the same time almost, but like I know writing came first. I'm pretty sure writing came first, and then the freestyling, like kind of, I started looking around the room and looking at like the TV or the wall and started like trying to rhyme words together about the wall or the TV, like it was things like that. So yeah, it was pretty early on. I started recording at 13. Like I remember my homie had his own Pro Tool setup, and he helped me record like my first mixtape ever. It was yeah, I was like 13. So like I started writing like 10 or 11, started freestyling 12, and then first recorded 13.
First fucking little mixtape at 13, and in your school where the cats freaking rhyming and recording at that caliber and shit. What was the cipher community like when you were growing up at that age in your teenage years?
So in high school and middle school, I was rolling with like a pretty decent sized circle. Like a couple of my homies, shout out to Aaron, shout out to DJ. They were MCs, but like they were doing it for fun, but they were dope. Like Aaron, and they still rhyme too. Aaron still rhymes. Aaron's dope, and DJ's dope. But what do you call it? There was a couple of us, and some of the other ones couldn't rhyme as well, where they're doing it jokey, and I was like, cool, but like, like we did have a little cool click though, where like we would rhyme, we would freestyle a little, and that like that was pretty cool. We did have that a little, so I was able to experience. I wasn't able to experience like the lunch table ciphers with the beats banging, but we had like our own little freestyle sessions
So
here
you guys
once in a
build
while.
within yourself. When was it that you finally went out and freaking and introduced yourself into a bigger cipher of cats that you didn't know, and freaking time for you to show and prove?
That was like 15. I think that was like 15. Yeah, I'm pretty sure 15. Yeah, I think that sounds about right.
So what?
15.
That's end of middle school, beginning of high school.
I dropped out of high school 15. I dropped out like when I started junior year or something like that. Yeah, yeah. I dropped out early junior year.
Shit, brother,
And
you were a junior at 15.
Pretty sure. Hold on.
Either way.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
okay, so
I got that.
so 15 you drop out, but you were telling us about so what was that introduction? Was it at school or where was it that you fucking all right, let me cut my teeth in here and fucking and now it's time. There's other dope MCs in this circle. Fucking now it's time to fucking
It was at a random. It was at a random cipher. It was at a random cipher in like around here. It was like a couple MCs and it was like a hangout spot that was like also a recording studio that had all the local rappers there. And I remember that being one of the first ciphers I was ever in where I was like, I don't know anybody here, but fuck it, they're ciphering. So I was like, all right, let me drop a quick rhyme here real quick or something. So I do remember that. But yeah, it was around that age.
and where when did you start breaking into I guess scene in Cali from where you are? Was there really a scene for performances, or would you have to travel out to get your first shows, start getting your music out?
Well, I had a couple MC homies that were doing like small shows, like we didn't even have stages. We had like pallets, like wooden pallets as fucking stages, and they were pretty grimy, like small shows, but they were fun. Like it was like me and two other homies. We were pretty cool. After I dropped out, I had like a very small circle, and I had like two solid homies that were like rhyming with me all the time, and we would do shows like here and there just to get a little buzz around. And we had some pretty cool shows. We probably rocked like 10, maybe 9 shows, but it was fun. And this is before all the RA stuff. So yeah, so yeah, it was pretty fun.
So was RA your first introduction into the industry, into the underground, or were you doing some stuff before he picked you up under his wing?
No, I wasn't doing nothing. He picked me up under his wing, and the rest is history. Yeah, I wasn't doing nothing. Like I literally was. I was recording like YouTube, finding beats on YouTube, and like trying to like. I was making mixtapes. I was making like fucking just little tracks here and there, but nothing big or anything. It was just like locally and stuff. Like old high school friends and stuff. But like, yeah, I wasn't doing them before I met RA. So.
So right before we go into the R into how you and RA connected, then has it always been Afro? And how'd you come up with the name, brother?
When I was in elementary school, it was like 6th grade. I was going by Lil Flicks because I'm a movie nerd too. Like anybody that knows me knows like hip hop and movies are like right there for me, or music and movies are right there for me. And I went by Lil Flicks, and it was like the Lil, how you spell Lil Wayne with the Lil, and then like there's a Z at the Flicks, so it was like Lil Flicks. And I was like, okay, I was like, this is cool for like a day, and then I was like, okay, this is terrible. So I
Damn,
didn't get
Afro
a-
started off a
Afro.
lil rapper. Fuck.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I didn't get Afro until 12. I think 12. At 12 I looked in the mirror and I was like, yo, Afro, that's it. But I wanted to be an acronym, so I went like a bunch of acronyms. I was like, I don't like this one, I don't like this one. And then after like maybe 2 days of thinking, I was like, all foes reach out. It hit me.
Wow,
And that was before all the touring and everything, so like it kind of like set itself in place. I was
that's
like, oh shit, that worked out. Yeah.
as you spoke your destiny, dog, into fucking existence at 12 years old, yo. You freaking branded yourself. Savagery. Wow. So tell us about freaking the meeting. How did you connect with Ari the how did that
Well, he did a contest. He did a contest. I submitted my entry when I was like late 16, before I turned 17. I submitted my entry. I was like, like a lot of people don't know RA was he's my favorite MC since I was like 13 years old.
get the fuck out of here?
Like
Yeah?
I always, yeah. A couple people don't know that, but yeah, like it's deeper than what it is. So fuck, what was my point?
You were talking you were talking about he did the contest, you submitted stuff in there.
uh, he did the contest. I submitted my joint. I was like, yo, I just want, like, I don't give a fuck if I win or not. I just want you to hear my joint. Like, that'd be cool. Like, and he heard it. He was like, yo, I love this shit, is crazy. and he's like, yo, where you at? You know, what part of the world are you in? I was at the time, I was in Orange County in California. So I was like, yo, I'm in OC, you know, I'm in Cali. And he's like, yo, let me fly out, you know, let's chop it up, let's talk a little and you know, like, and see what's up. So when he flew out here, I did the 2 freestyle videos. And then after that, he was like, yo, I want to sign you. I was like, sign me? What do you mean? He was like, yo, I want to sign you to, like, you know, like I have like a label I'm working on right now. I want, you know, I want to sign you. I was like, oh shit. You know, I was like, let's rock. You know, that was it. And after that, that's when the dominoes happened, and he took me under his wing, and you know, I'm traveling all over the world with him. And before I met Aurea, I can only think of like 1 or 2 places I ever traveled in my life, like ever. You know, and it's like, and a lot of them I was like a kid when that happened. You know, so it was like, you know, it was crazy. So
It is, man, and to see Ra's trajectory in this industry and in his life, man, life story, but how in the industry went when we down here or outside in New York start hearing about him, it's through the ruckus era and stuff. And you hear the couple of cuts on the fucking sound bombing and shit, and he never drops an album. You're like, who is this guy? This whole mystique on it, and then later on when you find out all the shit he's involved in, whatever, man. He carried that image of just being the fucking the dirty bastard and stuff. But when you see this, that homie went out of his way to fly out because he believed in the case. They're like, yo, see something this take you under his wing like that and completely change your life, man. And that's something. And because of that, we get Afro's music now, which has made thousands and thousands of new fans, and it's touching you. And because of him taking on that mentor role, man, I think that speaks volumes about any human being. There's a time where we got the spotlight on us, then there's a time where we have the responsibility of putting that spotlight on the next man who's free. The fact that he could RA, brother. Tell us about freaking working. How'd you link up with Marco Polo for the Afro Polo album, man?
So I gave Ray a list of favorite MCs and producers I wanted to work with. He was like, "Yo, give me a list." I was like, "Show." I was like, "Okay, cool." And Marco was on the producer list I wanted to work with, and that was easy. Ray was already working with Marco, and he was like, "Yo, that's no problem." So you know, it was
Ah,
pretty cool. You know, and yeah, and then me and Marco are pretty cool now. So
and you fucking got you got signed by RA, and he's your genie. Oh yeah, give me a list of who you want to work with. You're like, for real, works like that? Yeah, go ahead, I got you, dog. RA's a fucking champ. How to come down working with Pharaoh on that album, man?
same thing. Pharaoh, I've always loved Pharaoh. He's an influence on me. He's in my top 10, top five MCs of all time. And I always wanted to work with him. And you know, Marco made that happen because Marco was working very closely with Pharaoh, and Marco made that happen. So I was like, oh shit, you know.
So the fucking
And
just
before that, already made the I met Pharaoh before that track even happened. Like I met Pharaoh once or twice before that,
oh,
and RA set that up too because he was on my list. So
because that's what I wanted to. Because nowadays, man, you see a lot of people with features and stuff. Down to a point where I've asked some people, "Yo, so how long you known so and so?" They're like, "Yeah, no, I sent him a deposit. He sent me freaking the beat. He sent me the WAV files." So a lot of times you got to ask now, "Yo, is it business or was there some organic growth in it?" So what? And then I saw the video. You guys look like you had a blast shooting that video, man. So it went further than just sending you a verse, a throwaway verse, man. Tell us a little bit about building with Pharaoh and building that up, man. How that whole song form come together.
well, like I said, I he was on my list to work with. I wanted to work with him and made it happen. So um Marco made the beat. I heard the beat. I was like, yo, so Marco made the beat. I was like, that's dope. I recorded a verse on it. And I was like, I don't even know what I can't do a second verse. I don't know what to do with it. You know, it's like I'm gonna just leave it one verse. And Marco was like, cool, you know, we can maybe have somebody go on it, or maybe we'll just like leave it to the side for now. It's like, cool. And while we were making the Afro Polo project, and I remember, and we were in New York. Me and Marco were in New York. Like we made that out. Like we made that project together. Like at least 80%. Yeah, we were at like his crib in Brooklyn making it. And I was back in Cali, and Marco hit me up. He was like, "Yo, check your email, but stay on the phone."
Get the
I was
fuck
like,
out of here.
"Okay." All right. I was like, "All right." and I look on the Gmail and it says Swarm feat Pharaoh Monch. I was
Get the
like,
fuck
huh?
out of here.
I was like, that ain't right. I was like, I know that ain't right. I was like, yo, is this like real? He was like, yeah. I was like, oh shit. And then I was like, yo, I'm gonna hang up. I'm gonna listen to this like a million times and see what's up, you know. And yeah, that was it, bro. Yeah.
A fucking banger of a verse, dog. That's the best, man. Because somebody at Pharaoh's height could freaking do a throwaway verse. He could cough on a beat and it'll be classic and stuff. So he gave you fucking some money on that shit. Fucking fantastic. How was it freaking uh doing that video, man? Because that video isn't just standing a freaking in a white room and shit with flashy lights and just rap and stuff. You guys are going through fucking action scenes in that shit. I mean, when fucking Pharaoh is fucking hacking away, you see it in his face. Like that shit was fucking full on fucking. I mean, like that motherfucker had an asthma attack after that shit. He's fucking really breathing hard afterwards. How was that whole fucking that scene and shit?
It was fun, man. It was fun. I came up with the zombie idea, and Complex made like a low budget, and they helped us out with it, and that was it. It was dope, man. It was fun. That shit was fun, man.
I mean, your own fucking Walking Dead scenes. You're living the life, man. Uh, well,
Yeah.
that shit came out on Duck Down.
Yeah.
So fucking gets a fucking album with Marco Polo with Pharaoh on it on Duck Down, dropping fucking class. Now with the new string of videos you've been doing, we play it very heavily. A joint with John Jiggs off of the Madness, on the freaking title cut off of his new album and shit. Uh, Gave you big shout outs when we did the interview with him last week of how was it building with John Jiggs. Goes back a couple of years.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out Jigs, man. Shout out my boy Digital. You know, that's my family. Digital's my family. He hooked it up. He was like, "Yo, I need a verse. I need a verse from you. From Jigs. Can you make that happen?" I was like, "Of course. You know, no problem." You like for Digital, like I got him. Like Digital's helped me out. He helped me out with a future. I don't want to say yet, but it's on my album, and he made that happen. And I'm like, "Yo, like I got you. Whatever you need." You know, so. And Jigs is a good dude. So I was like, yo, you know, we made it happen. You know, it was all like Jigs' project and his idea, but I was like, cool, you need something, I got you. So
Um,
yeah, it came together pretty yeah,
that
it came together pretty cool.
that new video was fucking fire. The Madness video with all the fucking the neon freaking dinosaurs and shit. Did you guys film that in New York or did you guys film that
We
apart?
filmed that in the we filmed that in the green screen in New York. Yeah. We Jigs filmed his part. Yeah, we filmed it together.
So you traveling back and forth, or you living more on the East Coast now?
No, I'm back home. I'm in LA. I'm back home. I'm gonna be home for a good minute before I go on tour. So I was in New York for 6 months. Just trying to make it work, working on music, finishing the album. And when I got back home, I was able to really I just finished, it's the album's done. So now I just got to now it's promo and all that stuff and just like marketing it and and a release date. I'm working on a release date right now. So
Well,
yeah.
before we get into the new album, because definitely I want to freaking close of an into coming up for us in the future with it. But you were talking about being in New York for 6 months. Was that during 2020?
Yes, that was I went to New York last year, August, and came back home January this year.
So how was that? Because New York was ground zero in city.
Well, no, it's good. I mean, New York's like my second or third home through the years. Like, I got so much good people and family in New York for the past 7 years almost now. And every time I go there, I got good people. So I'm all around in New York, Brooklyn, mostly Long Island, but Brooklyn, Long Island, all around,
Okay.
So yeah, I got people everywhere. I got people in the Bronx, I got people in Staten Island, all over.
So where you were staying, it wasn't because what I heard like in Manhattan, the city, that shit was locked down. That when if you weren't an essential worker, they were having people
Oh,
died and stuff.
I wasn't really in Manhattan like that this time. In Long Island where I was, it was pretty cool and like secluded and like isolated by itself where I could
Okay.
just concentrate and work on the music. So I was kind of like shutting myself in most of the time over there. But I would come out once in a while. Like I had some like a homie out like a get together in like Queens and like stuff like that. Like I would go out once in a while, but for the most part, I was like locking myself in, just working on shit. So
I remember when All My Heroes Are Dead came out, that RA was doing his IG lives, like he would bust out one every 2 days and stuff with everybody that was on the album. I remember when he had you on it, that you guys were going back and forth, that he was dying, he was like coughing up a lung, and we were like, man, take care of yourself, and everybody was scared because it was right at the height. It was like April, May, right after freaking COVID had hit hard and stuff. And what was that whole time like for you and your family with the traveling? And was it bad around your area in California?
well, I mean, the whole world was fucked up,
Yeah,
so there's not much I can do. But I mean, thank goodness we're good. Family's good, family's healthy. We did all right. You know, blessings to whoever went through some crazy shit, but it was crazy, man. The whole world was crazy. So, I'm watching it crazy in LA, then I'm watching it. I got to go to New York and see it was crazy for a minute and then came back here and saw it was crazy. So,
yeah, that
or even not this recent trip, but like, like I was also in New York, like when it started jumping off, like early last year too. Like I was there for a little bit before I went there again. So I saw New York like how like it jumped off. I was like, that's crazy. And then
yeah,
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 so
because when it first hit over there, the numbers fucking spiked and they locked that shit down fucking hard as hell. Um, but man, glad to know that you've been safe. You went to Long Island. We're working on a new album. What's coming up for Afro, man? Because we're waiting on a full album from Afro. I think right now you got so many singles out, so many features on people's albums that it's freaking bubbling right now. You got coming for us?
yeah, man, I got the debut album is coming out soon. I don't have a release date, but I'm aiming for next month or earlier than that. I'm aiming for it. So 17 songs. It's a big album. I got some features I'm really proud of on there, and I'm proud of it, man. I'm proud of the album. It's a lot of work. I've been working on it for 6, 7 years.
Um,
So it's finally done, and it's crazy.
Multiple producers on it, or did somebody take the flag?
I got some I don't want to say, but I got a lot of homies. I got a lot of homies that made some great beats for me. I got one or two, three pretty decent fucking producers. Like not decent, but like pretty big name producers. But I don't want to say yet until it's finalized and until like the track list is out for the fans. So I definitely. But yeah, I'm excited, bro. I'm just excited. Like for like I just hope the fans love it, like or the supporters love it, man. Because I put a lot of work into it, man. A lot of fucking work. So
Everything
we'll
that
see,
you've been
bro.
doing is golden. We love everything that you've been putting out, and but everything you've been putting out, especially lately, the which is the one you do in the phone booth, um,
Oh,
video,
Big Belly,
a
yeah,
big
yeah.
belly and stuff. That's fire, but it's a lot of shit sounding like just freestyles over beats, and we're waiting for that bomb, the
Well,
official
yeah, it's
fucking
promo, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's they're app, they're appetizers, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and definitely that's what you've been doing, man. Fucking putting chum in the water. People are ready for it. Are you performing any of it during your live show, or is it the classics that you?
I don't know. I'm still putting. I'm in the process of putting my live show together because, like, if the album when the album is out before the tour, I'm gonna be performing new shit. So it's like I gotta revise my whole list, right? In the yeah, yeah.
All right, so by the time you down here in May, we should have that to pick up
Uh,
the new album.
hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Hopefully.
More things to. Afro, thank you so very much for rocking with us. My boy Charlie Fast, my business partner, wanted me not asking you. What can you tell us about? Am I pronouncing it right, dog? Muscle Shoals.
Muscle shows.
Muscle Shoals. He told me spells it Schoals. He tells me something about some legendary spot. Is it in Alabama or somewhere down south where you recorded with a live band and it was just one take onto record?
That was in LA though.
Or was that in LA? Or he was telling
Yeah.
me to ask you about that. He thought he had his stories mixed up. But what's that about? Because he told me that you did some epic recording with a live band and it was just one take, pressed it onto record. And he says that
I did that. Yeah, I did that a few years ago. I did that like 6 years ago. It's on the YouTube. It's with me. Shout out to he's a DJ EDM DJ named Nightmare. Shout out to him. We did that. It was I can't even remember how it came along, but it was dope. It was like they reached out to me and they were like, "Hey, we want you to rhyme over. We want you to do something different. Like we want to get you together with a live band and you guys record straight to vinyl." I'm like, huh, I never heard of that before. So I was like, I'd never seen that before. So when I got there, that's what they're doing. The whole live band, they had to do a one take. So I had to do 3 verses in one take every time. And which is like almost impossible. Like we're not impossible. It's not impossible, but it's hard to do 3 fucking verses in one take every time. And not only that, it was fun, man. I mean, it was random. I didn't even know until I got there. Like Tom Hanks' son, Colin Hanks, was the director. He
yeah,
directed that whole thing. And he's a hip hop head. I didn't even know that. The son, like not the crazy Chet one, but the
okay.
other one, like the actor one. He's a hip hop head too. So I was like, I didn't know that. He's like, yo, I'm a fan of Gift of Gab, all that. I was like, really? So he directed that whole thing. Like he directed the vinyl, like the cameras. It's on YouTube. If you Google Afro Stronger, it pops up.
Okay, yeah, I
Yeah,
think I got that one on the little mix that we constructed of you guys. I think I have
yeah.
that one stronger, and it's you and some other dude in the
Nightmare.
yeah, Nightmare on the thumb clip. Yeah, I got that. All right,
The
I got to check it
video,
out.
the videos on YouTube. Yeah.
That's it. Oh man, I didn't know Tom Hanks' son was involved like that. That's like finding out that Daniel Radcliffe knows all the words to freaking alphabet.
Yeah,
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 it can
yeah,
rhyme and
yeah.
freaking.
I I still get surprised at who's hip hop, who loves hip hop heads and all. Like I'm still surprised these days.
Did you ever build out at the Project Blowed, man, and with Project Blowed freaking society out there in the Bay?
I never ran into any of the guys. I think one or two of the guys, but I never that was a little before my time. I'm a little younger than when that happened, but like I have like my cousin Joel. He's like all into that shit. Like he was around that and all that, from what I understand. And like I'm aware of the guys and I'm aware of the movement, but I wasn't around there because I was too young. I was like maybe 9 or 10 when I was popping off. So yeah.
It freaking I have no concept of freaking your age. I freaking it boggles me how young you still
I'm
are, dog.
23.
Yeah, you
20,
see,
23.
yeah, that shit freaking blows my mind that you're that young because you grew up. I mean, at least what you respect and what you forth as a sound that feels like when I ask you ever build with the Project Blowcats is because you look like you would fit in there perfectly. It's like you came from that school and don't even know it. That it's just that West Coast fucking style fluctuation. When I see you with Gift the Gab and RA on the Gift the Gab cut on the video, I'm here like, yes, man, that's fucking the perfect. I would love to hear a track with you and Gab and fucking AC Alone and Abstract Rude Freaker one day, dog. Because I'm a big West Coast head with underground shit, and you fit that flagship perfectly. I love to hear everything that you're doing, brother. Where can the people find you, and where could they go ahead and cop the tickets for the show? I want everybody that's watching the show right now, cop your tickets so we can go out there and support them. The closest that they're coming to Miami is West Palm Beach. Got to make sure we're out there. Where could they get all things Afro, brother?
Dope. My Instagram is all flows official. And if for the show tickets and pretty much anything frodizzle.com. And that's Thizzle com. So yeah. So and all the show tickets are on there, merch is on there, music is on there, the links, social media links are on there. My website got pretty much everything. So
Bro, once again, I want to thank you, man, for rocking out with us. I promise you I wouldn't keep you for a whole hour. I want to thank you especially for waiting an extra hour, man. My computer got all messed up. You were a gentleman, man, super professional. Yo, do it. Thank you so very much, man.
no problem.
We look
No
forward to seeing.
problem at all.
We look forward to seeing you. I got my $50 ticket so I could go back there, shake hands with you, man. I'll give you a freaking the album to sign, man. And now we can meet face to face and say, "Oh, yo, H, I remember you kept me waiting for an hour." Yo, I want to thank you, brother, man.
No problem.
Um,
No problem at all.
do me a favor, Fro. Before we leave, I just ask all my guests to do one thing. Just let them know who you is and let them know you're rocking with WVCC Radio, Saif Life.
Got you. Yo, it's All Flows Reach Out, aka Afro, and you're rocking with WVCC Radio. Yes, sir.
Yo, brother. Salute, brother. Thank you so very much again. Be blessed. We'll see you on May 15th, man.
No problem, man. See you there. Have a good one.
I'll hit you up and thank you personally on the IG. We're rocking with Afro, WVCC, Safe Life Radio. Salute, brother.